So if you've been following my channel for a long time, you know that I have this rooster. His name is Philippe, and he's an absolute nightmare. He's always chasing me and attacking me, but in the last couple of weeks, Philippe has not been attacking me. He has not been chasing me, and I don't think it's a very good sign. Hey guys, welcome to Chickenlandia. I am a backyard chicken educator here in the Pacific Northwest, but you can call me the president of Chickenlandia. My very first real YouTube video was me introducing Philippe and his sister Pop-Tart to the audience. And then the first video I posted that actually got some traction and got some views was a video of Philippe crowing when he's a baby, and it's so funny. He is my smallest rooster, but he has the biggest attitude. I think it was around when Philippe was about 6 months old. He just started to get so crazy. He was going after one of my ducks. Her name was Pringles. She was a sweet little duck. I had to separate him from the flock because he was tormenting this duck. Well, that only lasted a couple weeks, and then he decided to turn his anger and rage at me.
Stop it, Philippe.
Philippe had just decided that I am the devil.
Do not attack me.
If Philippe were this really huge rooster, there are big roosters out there, and if those guys are aggressive, that is a big problem, especially if you have small children. And I do have young kids. They're not really little, but they're young. It'd be a problem if Philippe was a big guy and had the personality that he has, but he is not big. He only weighs a few ounces. I don't even think he's a pound. So it's just annoying, really, that he acts the way he acts. Even though Philippe has always been awful to me, recently I was thinking about, okay, if there were just some awful catastrophe and I had to choose just one chicken to take with me, to the shelter or whatever happens, I had to choose one chicken. I was I wonder who it would be. And then I was it would be Philippe. It would be Philippe. I can't believe I just thought that because Philippe isn't even that tame. But over the years, I have just grown really close to him, even though he is a big bother to me. We've been through a lot together, and I absolutely love Philippe. So when Philippe I think he was probably about a year old, he got really sick. He had this really serious respiratory issue, and I thought he was gonna die. I mean, he could barely breathe. I did not take him to the vet. I treated him at home, and he recovered. And that was kind of a miracle. I was very happy about it, but I had the thought of just this might be something chronic, and it turned out I was right. Philippe developed a growth in his nair. There was a lot of debris in there. He had to be on antibiotics many, many times. He had gone to the vet many times. I've talked about it a lot on my channel. I've done videos about it. And the vet was I think we're gonna have to put him under to do this. It is very dangerous for a bird to go under full anesthesia. So I didn't want that, but the vet was able to remove this growth, and we were really happy, and Philippe was doing so much better. But the vet told me, there's probably still some growth in there, and it is possible that it could come back. A couple weeks ago, Philippe came, I came out here in the morning, and Philippe came out, and I noticed that his comb was dark, and that is not a good sign. And really what that means is that there's something going on with their circulation. They're maybe not getting enough oxygen. Now, it could be temperature changes, but it's just not that cold here. But then I noticed that he hasn't attacked me in about 3 weeks, and that is highly unusual. And so the combination of those two things, I was like, I think Philippe needs to go to the vet. The vet, he examined him and he was like, well, you know, he seems like he's doing okay, and maybe it's just from the weather. I said, he's not okay. And I know he's not okay. And the vet said, well, you know, it probably has to do with him not getting enough oxygen, and that probably has something to do with, you know, what's going on inside that you can't see. And, you know, I mean, now I'm faced with a decision. There is nothing more important to me than to give my chickens a good quality of life. I have had situations where I just, at the last minute, I took a chicken to the vet that was super sick. It was traumatic and they died at the vet. And I hate that. I don't want that for any of my chickens. The most important thing for you to do is to make sure your chickens have a great quality of life. I know not everybody can take their chickens to the vet. If they get sick and you can't take them to the vet, that is okay. All right? I want you to know that's okay. Philippe is still here. He's still okay. You know, I mean, he's pecking and scratching. He seems okay. But I know that eventually it's going to come to a point where if he's going to survive, he will very likely need surgery. I just don't think that I'm willing to do that. Just the chances that he would die during surgery are just too high for me to take. Philippe wouldn't want it that way. He wants to be with his flock. This is his home. These are his hens. I just know he wouldn't want to die alone at the vet. Even though he is a total pain, he has brought me so much joy, and I'm so glad that I have him. You know, for the time that I have him, I'm so glad. But there are times when it's like this reflection of life. Like when I look out into my flock, I feel like what I'm doing here in Chickenlandia is like, it's like practicing. And I'm confronted with the idea that at some point I will have to make difficult decisions for my own life, for the people that I love, decisions about life and decisions about death. I have made a lot of videos about Philippe, and most of them are about how he attacks me all the time. But I wanted to make another one that was like a love letter to him, because I just love this little chicken. And I'm so glad that, you know, for this moment, he's here, and he's bringing joy to my life. Okay, so that was deep. You might be wondering, you know, should I even have a rooster in my flock? And people ask me about that all the time. And I do have a video about the pros and cons of having a rooster. I can't remember what it's called. It's like, you know, are roosters even worth it or something like that? It's an older video, but I'm gonna put it right here. It's 100% friendly backyard chickens, education and entertainment, and I know you're gonna love it.